Okay, welcome to another lesson on common mistakes with vocabulary. This is an important lesson because we're dealing with speak, talk, tell and say, and this is a really common mistake. And so I think that you might make one of these mistakes. The first 5 deal with confusion between tell, say, speak and talk. They are all used differently. Speak and talk are very similar. Yeah, you can speak to somebody about something, but you don't have to put the to somebody. You can just say, we spoke about the weather. We talked about the weather. And those two are equivalent in that situation. They pretty much are. I would agree, some books point out, and this is true, that talk implies two-way conversation, speak only implies one way, which is why you give a speech at a wedding, for example, when you're the only one speaking and you're perhaps saying congratulations, maybe you're telling a few funny stories, you're telling a few jokes, yeah, and this is the other tricky thing with speak, talk, tell and say. There are collocations that you have to remember. So you always speak a language. Yeah, does he speak German? Does he speak French? And never talk or tell or say for languages. Never. You often hear the collocation, he's talking nonsense. And you don't tell nonsense, you don't say nonsense, you don't speak nonsense. And so that collocates with talk. Yeah. Tell, you tell a lie, you tell a story, you tell the truth, you tell a joke, you tell a secret. So yeah, you need to use tell if you're using any of those nouns because they collocate. And say, well, you say nothing, you say hello, you say goodbye. You don't tell hello and you don't tell somebody hello, even like that, you don't. It's almost as if hello and goodbye are too informationally light. They don't have enough information there for it to be tell. Whereas all of these have more information, they're more elaborate. And I'd say that that's why we tell them. But yeah, you say hello, you say goodbye, don't say a word, yeah, don't say anything, don't say a word, say nothing. Yeah, so there are collocations to remember, but also remember that you speak about something, talk about something, you tell somebody, there must be that somebody there about something, and you tell somebody to do something, and you say something maybe to somebody. Yeah, so I said hello to my friends and not I told my friends hello, because say hello. Okay, so you can see there are a number of complications. It's tricky, this. So let's go through these mistakes. I wanted to tell about the weather. I wanted to tell about you know, more or less anything except for these collocations, because if it's one of these collocations then maybe we can use tell, but you'd still need the somebody first. I wanted to tell him a joke is correct. But tell about, no, we say speak about, we say talk about. So I wanted to speak about, to talk about the weather. And, you know, the difference between speak and talk, we've just mentioned. Speak is more one way, talk is two way. There are two people in a conversation with talk. And so if you mean discuss with somebody, use talk. And if you mean that you're the only one speaking, yeah, it's just going to be you lecturing somebody, that kind of thing, then you might want to use speak, yeah? But there is little difference between them in many situations, and this is one of them. So I wanted to speak about the weather, I wanted to talk about the weather, you know, I wanted to talk about my childhood, I wanted to talk about the most common mistakes with vocabulary. Yeah, it would be these two about, and then this X, yeah, I use X.